and 18. Trying to think of the 18 Penn State game. That was the one on the road where it was again rainy and Nate Stanley banged up his thumb.
That was the one where they had a chance to win late.
Yes, and I put that on Brian Ferentz. It was a bad play call. I know they're trying to get a timeout in, and this is one play that Don Patterson. Whenever Don and I have a conversation about play calling and just anything as it relates to Brian and evaluating, and he's fair with Brian, but that was a play that you have to put a check mark on a really botched call. And of course, Nate Stanley panics, and I don't know if he was trying to get the ball to Noah Fant, or he's trying to get the ball to, I think was it Sargent or whoever was in the game at the time. And of course, it ends up with a pick. And, Iowa had a chance in the final drive, and I think it ended up in the hands of Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah,
I think down the field. And it's interesting. Again, this is just a random memory that I have from that game, Tom. That last play with Wirfs, because, of course, Nate Stanley this is one thing I loved about Nate. He never gave up on a play, and he was always able to find a way. I think of the Michigan game in 2019 where he threw the left-handed pass to Tyler Goodson on the final play. I don't know if you remember that, but he did have that innate ability to do that. No pun intended on the word innate. But it's interesting with that Tristan Wirfs tackle where he goes down, and the commentators thought there should have been a targeting penalty, and they replayed it, and it didn't look like the contact ever was made, but it was a very close to being targeting, which would have led to an untimed down. But that was a weird game. Geno Stone had the pick six in that game. Yep. And Nate really struggled all game. It was that TJ Hawkinson overthrow, but Nate got going on that last drive, and he finally got Noah. That was one of those games where it's like, where's Noah Fant? And he finally shows up on the last drive. But man, that was just another heartbreaking loss to Penn State.
Yeah, this rivalry has been, and James Franklin, since he came to Penn State, other than last year, has kind of dominated Iowa. They've taken care of business against the Hawkeyes and won.